What is up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tori, aka Rebel from unseenplace.com, and today we're going to talk about Spotify. If you want to get off of that platform, what is the alternative? What is the alternative to Spotify? How can I make more money? How can I get more fans outside of Spotify? Let's talk about that. So the first question that probably pops up for most musician, artists, bands that are on Spotify is whether or not you should keep your music on there. I think there's a lot of mixed feelings, mixed perspectives on this, but what you will most likely hear the experts say is like, keep your music on Spotify, keep your music on every single platform, because that's how you get max exposure. And there is truth in that, right? There is absolutely truth in that. We cannot lie about that. But I think it comes down to the decision is going to be yours. You are in control of your music career. You're in control of your music. Okay? So literally the decision is yours on whether or not you should stay on Spotify. I personally think, unfortunately, we live in a world where everyone requires a link to Spotify. Even I myself, as a music blogger, will ask you for a link to Spotify. But now that I know everything that I know about Spotify, I've been educating myself a lot over the last couple of months. I'm going to take that requirement off of my music blog. I am not going to require bands or artists to have a Spotify link any longer. And I don't know, I'm at that point with Spotify right now where I'm like, should I even have playlists on here? You know, as much as I want to help like artists and bands, I'm having such a moment right now in my life as a music blogger and as a music artist and singer-songwriter with Spotify. Like, I'm having this moment where I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, this platform does not fit my values. This platform is stealing from artists. Like, I'm not about that. I'm a freaking rebel. So I'm going through a process right now where I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about Spotify. Now, am I going to keep my music on Spotify? I think that might be the next question that, you might be thinking. And I think as a singer-songwriter right now, again, being educated on everything about streams, I'm very mixed in my thoughts about it, period. I am not sure whether or not I'm going to stay on Spotify. I'm considering taking my music off because I care about artists and I care about the future of music very dearly. So at this point, I truly am considering taking my music off of Spotify and then going over to alternative. So I will keep you posted on whether or not I made that transition in the upcoming weeks. All right, so the next thing we can talk about is how do we take our music off of Spotify? And honestly, it's super easy. Whatever music distributor you're using, whether it's DistroKid, Ditto, TuneCore, Symphony, I think that's what it's called, or Symphonic. All you have to do is go in there. There should be a link where it allows you to take it off of certain platforms. So go in there, check it out. If it's not in there, just head over to the help section of whatever music distributor and ask them to take it off of Spotify. I've heard stories of musicians and artists and songwriters that weren't able to take their music off of Spotify for whatever reason, but I myself have not encountered this. All right, so now we're gonna get into the alternative to Spotify. And when I mean alternative, I'm talking about like an alternative to acquiring fans and making more money online for your music. And so the alternative for that, drum roll please, is Bandcamp. I know I've seen a couple of comments talking about Well, I'm not so sure about Bandcamp because they got acquired by SongTrader. So yeah, that's the story. Bandcamp got acquired by Epic Games in 2022, and then they got sold off and acquired by SongTrader in 2023. So there has been, a lot of acquiring of Bandcamp, and they've been, up and down with that. Okay, that's the truth. But I have not seen anything super negative happen in the past few years when it comes to Bandcamp. And they're actually the highest paying platform from the perspective of selling directly to the consumer. You make about 85% of your money through Bandcamp versus, Spotify and these other streaming companies that literally pay you pennies or not even close to a penny, right? So anyways, Bandcamp is the best place to make the most money. The only thing I will tell you is that it's not like these other streaming platforms, and it is not like a streaming platform. So Bandcamp has a lot of awesome features that allows you to be creative about the process of acquiring new fans and making more money online with your music. You can sell your music directly as downloads, and you can set whatever price you want. You can sell your merchandise directly through Bandcamp. You can do live streaming and sell tickets for live streaming through Bandcamp. And then obviously, again, the premium features, they give you all kinds of other sorts of stuff, right? And I believe you can even have like subscriptions as well. And they only charge you between 10 and 15% from what I've read, plus the transaction fees from like PayPal or Stripe. I'm not sure if they use Stripe, but for sure PayPal. They have their fees, right? If you get the premium subscription, I believe it's like 10 or 12 bucks a month or something like that. But either way, you make about 85% of a profit, okay? So it's a really, really great platform with a lot of great features that you can use. So the way you start implementing Bandcamp is super easy. If your marketing strategy included call outs to Spotify, you're just gonna switch those over to Bandcamp, okay? Meaning, like, let's say all of your social media content was saying, hey, check me out on Spotify. Now all you're gonna do is simply make the change of, hey, go check me out on Bandcamp. Another thing that you would do is you would update the main links to go over to Bandcamp. So for example, when you tell people, hey, go to the link in my bio on Instagram or TikTok, now when they click on that link in bio, your main platform is going to be Bandcamp. Now, let's say that you were doing advertisements on Instagram and Facebook. You could simply, instead of sending them over to Spotify, or depending on how you have your ads set up, instead of sending them over to Spotify, now you're going to send them over to Bandcamp. Okay, that's how you switch it over. It's not very complicated. It's not a complicated process. The main thing though is to have that Bandcamp set up and ready to go when people start visiting it. And as I said before, a lot of media outlets, a lot of, professionals require a Spotify link, right? Some of them won't require it. So these are the people that, hey, instead of sending them the Spotify link, now you're going to be sending them your Bandcamp link. And obviously, if you want to make money on Bandcamp, you want to set up your tracks to be sold, right? So you want to, price them at $1, $2. And if you have an EP, $5, $7. If you have an album, $12, $14, whatever you want to charge, set that up. Set up Bandcamp with your merchandise. If you have vinyls, tapes, stickers, t-shirts, set it up inside of Bandcamp. And if you want those extra features, set it up. Get your subscription ready. Just be ready, right? Before you make that switch, just make sure Bandcamp is ready for those potential fans, right? For those potential listeners turning into fans. Cut. Okay, so I just wanted to do a little pause here and let you know that in the description below, you're going to find a link to a PDF or guide version of this video. So, you know, if I mumbled on in this video, don't worry, I have laid it all out in this guide on how to switch from Spotify over to Bandcamp. It's completely free. All you have to do is click on that link, enter your email, and I'll send you the guide. And by the way, if you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want more education like this when it comes to, you know, music, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to make it a thing to do a new video every week, and you can comment below and let me know any subjects or anything you want me to hit on. All right, that was it. That's how you switch from Spotify over to the alternative, which I said is Bandcamp. Obviously, there's other platforms, but from my perspective, either Bandcamp or your own website would be like the best direct to consumer type of strategy when it comes to like you making more money and making more fans with your marketing strategy, with your music marketing strategy. So just keep that in mind. It's a cool idea. For some of you, this might seem a little too drastic, and that's fine. You can just keep your music on Spotify and slowly transition over to Bandcamp, or slowly transition to maybe another different type of strategy to get more fans and more money for your music. But ultimately, again, it's going to come down to you and what decisions you want to make about your music career and how you want to do business online. All right. So anyways, my name's Tori, again, from unseenplace.com. If you have music that is awesome and you want to submit it for a music review or interview, make sure you check that out as well. I'll add the link below. But other than that, I'm out, and thank you so much for watching this video.